Happy Manliness Monday, YouTube. Today, I'd like to talk to you about some of the responsibilities and importances thereof of being a man. To some, this might be an uncomfortable topic, so feel free to click away. If you're still here, that means you've taken the first step. One thing it means to be a man is to be able to handle uncomfortable situations with a grace and a dignity that, honestly, lesser men just can't handle, can't accept. One way to do this is to accept responsibility for your mistakes. As soon as you've made a mistake, you have two choices. You can either become defensive and try and put the blame somewhere else, or you can stand up and accept responsibility and the consequences for what you've done. Now, it's not a fun thing to do, like playing with guns or teaching you how to drink. But it's something that a lot of people just don't do anymore. They try to put it off. They try and put the blame somewhere else. I didn't know. No. What you need to do to be a great man is to accept responsibility for the mistakes that you have made yourself. I'll be honest, it took me a long time before I was able to do this. It was always somebody else's fault. It was because of this, it was because of that, it was because of this or that, or the. Doesn't matter. Once I started accepting the responsibility for my own actions and mistakes that I've made, my life had improved several times within the span of 2 or 3 months. Really. And that's what this channel is about, is improving your life, improving yourself. Best thing you can do is to start accepting responsibility for things that are your fault, your mistakes. It's not as fun, it's not as flashy, and especially the first couple times, it makes you feel sick to yourself, sick to your stomach, almost. But there's tip number 1 for you. Tip number 2, and this goes with being uncomfortable, is push your boundaries. Push yourself further than you're comfortable. This is actually more difficult than the first step. A lot of people try and find an equilibrium within their life. They become sedentary, stagnant. There's no growth. The only way to really become a great man is to always grow. This has been one thing that I've done it my entire life, and it's still uncomfortable. Like starting this YouTube channel. Very uncomfortable for me. It's very hard to do, to put myself out there. But over the last 5 months, I've grown tremendously. I've begun stuttering less. My thoughts are more clear to me. I think things through so much more. And I've made so many peripheral connections because of this that you can easily see the benefits. And it's been like that with everything I've done. For me, going back to school was uncomfortable. I've already been out of school. It's easy to get a low-paying job. It was hard for me and very uncomfortable to put myself back into a classroom. Even to go to talk to somebody about getting an application was strange and uncomfortable to me. But I did it. And I grew tremendously, and I got several jobs out of that, and it's improved my life. So the second step, guys, is to push yourself into uncomfortable situations. And the third, and I think this is the most critical, is, well, always learn. And through that, you're always going to grow. You don't become great by sitting around. Nobody has ever become great from doing nothing, from learning nothing, from being ignorant. The only way you become great is by learning at every opportunity that presents itself. And that goes back to step 2, and unfortunately, even step 1. When you make a mistake, learn from it. If you're not learning from it, it really is a mistake. If you can learn from something, it might be unfortunate, but at least it's not a mistake. If you don't learn anything, it's a mistake to begin with. And then second, it's a wasted opportunity. You grew none, you learned nothing, and you made an ass out of yourself. And a great man, a gentleman, doesn't do that. They learn from every opportunity. They learn every step of the way. And someone who's willfully ignorant is someone I just can't abide in my life. And here's a little bonus tip. If someone's willfully ignorant in your life, you shouldn't abide them either. You need to take them out of your life. Maybe not get rid of them, but remove them from your inner circle. All they will do is slow you down and drag you down. And even that's going to be uncomfortable. But if you can follow these 3 steps, take responsibility for your actions. I forgot the second one. Always push yourself into uncomfortable situations and take every opportunity to learn and grow. Never be willfully ignorant. You will immediately, well, not immediately, but in very short order, see your life improve drastically. You will find people and make connections that you've never known, that you never thought possible. You will find opportunities where before it was just a shut door and you knew nothing. If you follow these 3 steps, you will gain respect, your life will improve, and you will never be stopped by anything, ever. So, today's quote is more of an old Latin saying, and I wish I could remember the entire quote from the Dead Poets Society, but it boils down to Carpe diem. Seize the day. See you next time, guys.